Hello everyone, welcome on back to Court Farms. So, we actually have some rabbits we could sell. I was looking, we are maxed out now. The whole point of these is to keep them and then have them sell at a higher price later. Don't know how high they go though. We could probably use a little bit of money just to be safe. We will be renting a planter and lime and such soonish. We'll sell those 5. Was just a little bit better than what we were once need to get all that done. But the rye and the linseed are both ready to harvest. Means we can finally hop back into the harvester. Been a while. I think we're gonna do the rye first. Well, to be frank, I think we'd have to go out this way to turn that direction, so... First harvest of the series. I honestly thought the rye was over here. This is the linseed. I got them both mixed up. Ooh, this does do straw. Guess we could probably sell some of that then as well. And the yield is looking good. That is, well, 2 things I did not know or didn't expect either. Because we have a couple months before we can get these replanted, so I'm hoping we can get into here with a spreader, some lime, get at least this field and probably the grass field limed up. Ideally, I would have, been able to do the field beans at the same time. But, and then these crops aren't higher priced till like December. Here's the yield drop. So we'll have to hold on to them for a little while before we're able to sell them. Nice part is, as I'm sure will probably happen in my recording session, maybe not this episode, but we will be replanting these, and we have the horse DLC. We'll probably use one of the planters or seeders from that. I already have one in mind. It's very similar to the one that we've been using. I think the capacity is a little bit more. It's really the big difference. I think the price is fairly close. It's good to try different things. I'm pretty sure the rabbits just reproduced. I think that's why the pen was full. I might try in the future and just keep like one adult for, a year or whatever it'll be, and just see if it goes higher than the 550. Or does it cap out at? We still made money on it. I think to buy it was 70. Oh, little something I've noticed with the manure, the cow barn, it comes out this way. Let's see it. I don't know. Something I just recently noticed. Well, I recently noticed because we actually have straw in there now. I think one of our first upgrades will probably be a bigger size trailer. Well, that way we're not dumping it multiple times during one harvest. If I have to dump it twice, probably, from this field. My assumption. I think most of this field is the lower yield, though, so be a little bit different than that. I'll have to make sure and get the baler in here fairly quickly as well. Oh, I think for selling the straw, I think it's towards the lower price right now. But I think it goes down towards that, like, July time. It's towards the end, or the low point, and then it comes up December, January is when it's high. I think after I do this strip, I'll have to get that trailer filled up, get it dumped. So that should be full. I think it's 15,000 liters. Both of the silage pits are ready. I don't remember if they were ready before or not. They definitely are now. We might sell some of that, but I think we'll sell it a little bit later. I think the next harvest, the rye, I think that may mainly be done by a worker. That way I can get this baled up. Oh, of course they went through. Well, it looks like the worker left a strip, but not too bad. I'm sure it wasn't the most straight harvesting job beforehand, so. Well, I'll go ahead and time-lapse the last bit of this. We could try and get over to the rye field as well. So far, so good on the rye field. The yield is definitely better. I'll say that. It's not as good as it could be, as for certain, but better than what it was in the past. Well, a lot of that's probably it being fertilized, though. I think lime will probably bring up that little bit more, last little bit of a notch. Get that trailer brought over here. I did that line through here, so I probably have a worker do some bale. Should make it a somewhat straight line for them. That was my thought, at least. Another 8,000 liters. Puts us at what, 23,000? Well, I'll get a worker started on this, then we can grab the Deutzfahr. Grab the Heston baler. It may not be the straightest line in the world that I did, but hopefully it works. Interested to see how many bales we get. I'm trying to think how many we can fit on the trailer. What, 10? It's about 10 we can fit on the trailer. So I think we can do 2 on the side. And then 1 right at the very back. So it'd probably be 2 trips if we're already 80% full with 1. Yeah, what kind of lime spreader would I want? Mower? A windrower? Looks like a weird windrower. It has conveyor belts in it. And yeah, a couple options for lime. This one does both. Danier could sell this and probably buy that. This would do both. This does both. This does both. This one's very large width and capacity. I guess 10,000 liters if you do that one. That would still be cheaper, but I don't know. At some point we'll have to probably sell our current spreader. Just because if we need to do lime, I don't have 2 pieces of equipment that can do, the same job. Makes sense. And one can do lime, but they can both do fertilizer. Well, I'm gonna keep the one that does lime. Got what, 1, 2, 3, 4 bales? 5 bales? Oh, of course they're going the direction I really didn't want them to go. Or be going, I guess, when they're almost full. I missed a little bit at the bottom. Not too bad, though. Always a little bit of cleanup work you end up doing after workers, but then the horse deal or DLC. Here's this might be the one that we'll use. So we've been using this one. They're about the same. This is actually a little bit faster of a planting. But we could a little bit of an upgrade in that sense. Don't want tire rollers, and it's about the same price. A bigger capacity. I still think one of the cooler things is that huge weeder. I think that would, at least without precision farming, I think it would make using a weeder a more likely possibility. It's 24.5 meters, so it's closer to a sprayer than it certainly used to be to do it. Sure, when you're first starting out, it's probably a little bit better to do a weeder. But long term, you could actually do it because time is money. You don't want to spend all day long doing one thing. I'll save workers and stuff. But I think this is the one that actually animated. I think these like move, if I remember right, move side to side or whatever to line up with the row. I know it came with other things as well, planters and cultivators, and a map. It came with a map as well. I definitely I'm looking forward to using some of the equipment. I know one of my favorite seeders that I was using for a while was a modded horse one. Basically a 9 meter of the 6 meter I just showed. I think I have it installed actually too, so it's about the same price as the 6 in here though. But we wouldn't be able to pull it from horsepower or requirements. As always, I don't think that my straw picking up isn't going to be perfect. Try to make it as good as I can and pick up as much as you can. But a lot of small little bits and pieces. If I'm going to sell it, probably doesn't equate to much. And I would say it's about done with this field. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it'd probably be 2 trips. And we could sell one full load and then keep another. Ooh, they're almost done actually there. Not sure what the worker's doing in the middle of the crop, but they must be doing something. I don't know if selling all of this come, December time be enough to get a field. I think the fields are like right around 100,000 for probably one over there. I think that would be where it'll be. The one right down there we probably can't afford right now. Gotta try to find ones we can get to at least. Guess I can just take a look at the price. 120, 124, 200. This was 200,000. So it would make sense because it's right down here. We can gain access to other fields from there. I really like this field. It's really good expected yield. It's a little bit more than this one actually. It kind of depends what I can get to. I like to minimize how much I drive on land that's not owned by me. Well, I'll go ahead and I'm finishing this up and we'll do some baling. How will we finish things off? I don't think we'll get to picking the bales up. I'll try the forks before we end, but if it's still a struggle, I'll probably just load it off camera. Because otherwise I'm just going to cut, 15 minutes of struggling to load a trailer. Yeah, I'll talk to everyone once that is done. just about done here. So we got, what, 3 fairly small. Oh, that little bit there. Little bits here and there left over. Oh, and I forgot to mention before last time I recorded, the reason it doesn't show the name right now for what item is in, the bale or whatever. I was having very hard setters, so I turned off a bunch of mods that I wasn't actively, like tractors and stuff, just to see what would fix it, and it seems to be a lot better now. There was a bunch of mods I turned off. I'll probably turn it back on. That way, that is on. The main reason I had it on before was just for newer players of the game. They can recognize the symbols. People who may not play Farming Sim much, or that kind of stuff. Plus, with the newer crops and items, it can be kind of nice if you're not quite sure what everything is. That should be about everything there. I suppose we probably don't have a... I have a bale counter, I just never reset it. That's right. If we go into here, though, bales produce 14 for the session. Don't think we'll get all those loaded up to sell. I don't think they'd all fit. But we can keep 4. Don't know how much more straw I'll give to the cows. Doesn't, increase the health, then I'm already getting slurry. And I don't know why I'd want to have a slurry spreader plus a manure spreader for all of the byproducts of cows. Sure, I could sell it. The selling price is quite low, though, so it's not, probably not worth it in that sense. Let's go and grab the telehandler. We'll try on the pallet forks. See how that is for the bales. Out of curiosity's sake. I can widen them and narrow them, so it might cause them to unlock themselves, maybe. Obviously, realistically, you wouldn't do this, but if it works better. Not too bad. It seems to be about the same. Oh well. Well, we'll still need it for eggs and all that. I think we almost have a full pallet now of eggs. The only thing I've found to work great with them is extending the boom, pressing down, just yanking it back as fast as you can. Seems to work fairly decent. Let's get the rye into silo. Man, I really did not do a good job on these corners. I missed some down there too. So that puts us at rye, about 25 grand-ish. And that means the linseed was more. I'm looking. I'd probably say this field is bigger. that little high bit of yield helped that much. This is a higher yield here, though, than down majority of this field. This is like 75, I think it's 80. Yeah. A little bit better, I guess. We might flip-flop them next time. Not really a fair comparison, though, of which one's better. I would kind of have an idea which crop is the best. I have a feeling it's the field beans. I just have a feeling. I think that's probably what we'll wait on before we can buy more land, honestly. I think we could probably afford a campground with this, but yeah, I think with having manure, it doesn't seem to obviously raise the health of the cows. We're already getting a decent amount of slurry for fertilizing purposes. Is it worth doing manure too? That would put us at 2 pieces of equipment just to fertilize our fields in 2 different methods. There we have it. I'm not that bad of a backer-upper. I used to be much worse, though. Yeah, I think that's just about everything for today. I think I'll try and have the straw bales, at least most of them, loaded up. So I have a feeling, you know, with it sticking up, I'd not be much fun. Be a little bit better than just jump cutting it in the video anyways. So anyways, thank you everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next episode. Bye.